Welcome to Kieu Dung channel. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to support me in creating more meaningful videos. Today, I invite you to follow the gentle, heartfelt journey of Sung Luan and her little daughter, Kieu. The two of them are beginning another morning filled with quiet determination, a morning that will take them through fields and forest paths to harvest bananas and sugarcane to sell at the market. It is not an easy day, but it is another step they take together, side by side, with simple hopes guiding their hearts. Carrying the familiar woven bamboo basket on her back, Sung Luan walks slowly along the mountain trail, her footsteps steady and calm. Beside her, little Kieu tries her best to match her mother's pace, her small hands swinging with innocence and curiosity. As they pass a small roadside stall, they stop to buy a warm breakfast for the child. Though simple, this meal is important. At her young age, she needs the strength to follow her mother through the long hours of work that await them. After walking for a while, the two sit down on a quiet, grassy patch by the roadside. The morning air is cool, and mist still clings to the tops of the distant hills. While eating, Kieu begins to chatter cheerfully, pointing at birds fluttering in the branches and the way sunlight sparkles on the leaves. Her voice is soft, bright, and full of life. Meanwhile, Sung Luan watches her child with silent tenderness. A gentle smile appears on her face, the kind of smile that comes only from deep love and gratitude. Their life is simple, so simple that some people might overlook its beauty. But in this moment, with her daughter smiling through a mouthful of warm food, everything feels whole. Happiness, she knows, is not found in wealth or comfort. It is found in mornings like these, in peaceful breaths shared beneath open skies, in the small routines that become memories of love. As she gazes at her daughter, a quiet longing stirs inside her. She imagines how lovely it would be if James were here, sitting beside them, enjoying this calm and gentle morning. She can almost picture him watching Kieu eat, hearing her little stories, feeling the tenderness of such a simple family moment. Just the thought of his presence brings a soft ache to her heart. But she understands. She knows James is far away, working hard, carrying responsibilities that cannot be postponed. There are projects his company must finish before the new year, deadlines that pull him away from the things he loves. She knows he is trying, doing his best, and she carries no anger, only understanding, patience, and a small hope that soon, when his work is done, they will share mornings like this together again. Thinking of him, she lets out a gentle breath and smiles to herself. With quiet grace, she brushes the dust from her child's clothes, gathers their belongings, and helps little Kieu stand up. They rise once more, ready to continue the journey ahead. Mother and daughter walk further along the winding mountain path, their steps slow but steady. The basket on Sung Luan's back sways with each movement, and the sunlight gradually brightens the trail before them. In the quiet rhythm of their footsteps lies a warmth that fills the morning, the warmth of love, hope, and the quiet resilience of everyday life. Together, they move forward, embracing the day with open hearts. After their short morning rest, mother and daughter continue their journey toward the banana garden. The mountain path becomes narrower as they walk deeper into the greenery, the rustling leaves brushing softly against their legs. When they finally reach the edge of the plantation, they gently set their woven bamboo basket on the ground. The air is filled with the fresh scent of earth and the mellow sweetness of ripened fruit. Together, they begin searching for a banana cluster that is ready for harvest. They move slowly between the tall, wide leaves, checking each bunch with careful eyes. Some are still too young, still small and green. Others are nearly ready, but not quite perfect. After a while, they find one, a large, heavy cluster, its bananas round, full, and glowing softly under the morning light. Sung Luyen takes a deep breath, then lifts her knife with practiced hands. She cuts the banana tree with deliberate, gentle movements. Every slice is careful, controlled, meant to protect the fruit from bruising. Little Kieu watches closely, her eyes filled with admiration, holding the leaves aside so her mother can work more easily. When the final cut is made, the cluster drops into their arms with a satisfying weight. But the work is not finished yet. After harvesting, they clean up the base of the tree. Sung Luyen cuts down the remaining stem, the part that has already produced fruit, so it will not hinder the growth of the younger banana trees nearby. This is how nature works on their land. Every tree gives once and then makes room for the next. It is a small act of care, one that ensures the garden remains healthy for seasons to come. Once everything is tidy, they carefully place the heavy banana cluster into the bamboo basket. They steady it so it will not roll or bruise along the way. The basket now feels heavier, but also more hopeful, filled with the promise of income for the day. Sung Luyen lifts the basket onto her back again. The weight presses into her shoulders, yet she carries it with quiet strength. She knows that whatever they earn today will help provide for their daily needs, food, clothing, and more importantly, the school fees for her little girl. Every coin matters, not because of money itself, but because of the future it can build. Hand in hand, mother and daughter leave the banana garden and begin the walk back toward the market. The path is long, but their hearts are light with hope. With each step, they move closer to the possibility of a better day, a better month, and perhaps someday, a better life. When they arrived at a small banana buying stall in the market, Sung Luyen gently lowers the heavy basket from her back. The vendor examines the fresh cluster, then pays them a modest amount. It is not much, but to the mother and daughter, it is precious. Every coin represents their honest effort and the strength they poured into the morning's work. Without stopping to rest, they continue their journey toward the sugarcane field. The road ahead is long, but they walk with renewed hope. If they can harvest enough sugarcane and bring it back to the market, perhaps they will earn a little more, enough to support their needs and help secure a better future for little Kieu. After walking a long stretch of dusty road, mother and daughter finally reach the sugarcane field. The tall green stalks sway gently in the wind, rustling like quiet whispers welcoming them back. The sun has risen higher now, its warm light casting soft shadows across the rows of sugarcane. Though tired, both of them feel a renewed sense of purpose. This field holds the hope of earning a little more for the day. Sung Luyen sets down the bamboo basket and tightens her grip on the knife. With practiced ease, she chooses the first stalk, firm, thick, and sweet at the core. She bends slightly, positioning the blade near the base, and cuts with steady, controlled movements. The stalk falls with a crisp snap. Little Kieu quickly helps by dragging it aside, her small hands working eagerly despite the weight. Together, they move from one clump to another. The rhythm becomes familiar. Her mother bends, chooses, cuts. The child gathers, sorts, and stacks. Each stalk carries the scent of fresh sweetness, and their hands become sticky with sugar as they work. The field is quiet, except for the rustling leaves and the echo of their gentle conversations.
Sometimes, Kieu asks questions about the plants, why some stalks are taller, why some leaves turn yellow, why sugarcane tastes so sweet, and patiently, with the warmth of a mother's love, Sun Lian answers every question. The work is tiring. The sun grows warmer. Sweat collects on their foreheads, trickling down their cheeks, yet neither complains. Every stalk they harvest brings them closer to the possibility of earning a few more coins. Coins that will pay for rice, for clothing, and for Kieu's school notebooks. That thought keeps them moving, step by step, row by row. At times, when the wind blows through the field, the leaves brush against their clothes like gentle encouragement. Sun Lian pauses occasionally to stretch her back, then looks at her daughter with pride. Despite her small size, Kieu works with surprising energy. She wants to help her mother. She wants to make the day easier. And in those moments, Sun Lian feels her heart fill with gratitude. Gratitude for her daughter's strength, her innocence, and her determination. They continue cutting, one stalk, then another and another. Slowly, the pile grows higher. The bamboo basket begins to look fuller with every passing minute. When it finally reaches the point where no more can be added without spilling over, Sun Lian knows they have done enough. Their arms are tired, but their spirits are lifted. The work, though hard, has meaning. With a deep breath, Sun Lian wipes her forehead and looks across the field they have just worked through. What was once a wide stretch of tall stalks is now a neat path of harvested rows. There's a quiet satisfaction in seeing the results of one's own labor, and she feels it deeply. She lifts the heavy basket once more, adjusting its weight across her back. The sugarcane inside is fresh, thick, and ready for the market. Kieu picks up the smaller pieces that might be useful and tucks them carefully on top. Their hands are sticky, their clothes dusty, but their eyes shine with a small shared triumph. As they begin walking back toward the road, the sugarcane leaves rustle behind them, as if bidding them farewell. The long path ahead seems a little less difficult now. Mother and daughter walk side by side, their steps slow but steady, their hearts warmed by the simple accomplishment of working together. For them, today is not just about harvesting sugarcane. It is about perseverance, hope, and the bond they strengthen with every shared effort. And as they leave the field, carrying the fruits of their labor, they carry something else as well, a quiet confidence that with love, patience, and hard work, they can face whatever tomorrow brings.
Reaching a small stream nestled between rocks, Sun Lian and little Kieu pause by the water's edge. The long morning of harvesting has left their arms tired, and the bamboo basket filled with sugarcane weighs heavily on Sun Lian's back. She gently sets it down beside the clear flowing water. The stream glitters under the sunlight, cool and refreshing, as if inviting them to rest for a moment. Mother and daughter kneel beside the basket. Together, they begin rinsing each sugarcane stalk, washing away the mud that clings to the outer layer. The cold water splashes against their hands, bringing an instant relief from the heat of the day. As they wash, the sound of the stream blends with their laughter, soft, warm, and full of life. Little Kieu giggles when drops of water splash onto her face, and Sun Lian smiles as she gently guides her daughter's hands. She shows her how to clean each stalk properly, how to remove the dirt without wasting water, and how to take care of what they harvest. As they work, she begins sharing small lessons about gratitude, effort, and the value of simple things. She tells her daughter that every stalk of sugarcane comes from patience and time, that nothing sweet is created instantly. She explains that when they work hard together, even difficult days can feel meaningful. Kieu listens quietly, nodding with a seriousness far beyond her age, her eyes reflecting the sunlight dancing on the water's surface. From one stalk to the next, they wash and scrub until the entire basket is clean. The sugarcane shines softly, free from mud, looking fresher and more inviting.
When they finish, Sung Luyen lifts each clean stalk and arranges them neatly back into the basket so they will not bruise during the journey. With everything ready, she ties the basket securely and lifts it onto her back again. The familiar weight settles across her shoulders, but this time it feels lighter, made so by the joy of sharing the moment with her child. Kieu picks up a few smaller pieces and holds them carefully in her arms. Before leaving, they take one last sip of the cool stream water. Then, hand in hand, they continue down the path toward the market. The road may still be long, but their hearts are warm. Together, under the shade of the trees, they walk forward, carrying not only the sweetness of the sugarcane, but also the sweetness of the lessons they shared beside the little stream. When they arrive at the market, Sung Lien gently lowers the heavy bamboo basket to the ground, placing it in the familiar spot where she and her daughter often sell their fruits and vegetables. The marketplace is lively, vendors calling out, customers chatting, and the warm afternoon light spreading over the busy stalls. Despite the noise and movement all around them, this little corner feels almost like home to the two of them. Sung Lien begins arranging the sugarcane with careful hands. She lines up each bundle neatly, making sure the stalks look fresh and inviting. Their green shells glisten slightly from the stream water, giving them the appearance of sweetness and purity. As she works, she holds on to a quiet hope that today's harvest will sell well, that their efforts will bring in enough income to support their needs and keep little Kieu's education moving forward. For a moment, they sit patiently, watching people pass by. The market is always unpredictable. Some days are good, others are quiet. But today, luck seems to be on their side. Before long, a woman approaches, examining the sugarcane with interest. She picks up a few pieces, smiles, and decides to buy them. It may be a small purchase, but to Sung Lien and her daughter, it is a welcome beginning. Soon after, another woman arrives, then another and another. One by one, customers stop at their little stall, drawn by the freshness of the sugarcane and the warm, polite manner of the mother and child. As each bundle is taken away, the basket grows lighter and their hearts grow lighter with it. The sense of relief is gentle yet powerful, proof that their hard work from early morning until now has not been in vain. Within a short time, the entire harvest for the day is sold out. The empty bamboo basket now feels like a symbol of accomplishment. Mother and daughter exchange a happy smile, one filled with gratitude and quiet pride. These moments, simple, honest, and earned through effort, are the moments that give life its meaning. Once the selling is done, they tidy up their small space, gather their belongings, and prepare to walk home. Their steps feel lighter, their spirits brighter. The market noise fades into the background as they make their way out, carrying not produce this time, but joy. Joy from a day worked well, a day shared together. And before this journey ends, we invite you to join them again next time. If you enjoyed this story of love, effort, and everyday courage, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support means so much and helps bring more meaningful stories to life.